It's an understatement to say that being a parent can be overwhelming and exhausting, at least from time to time. So when you look at a big family like the Busbys from OutDaughtered, it has to be astronomically more difficult. During a video discussion with DailyMail.com, Adam and Danielle revealed some of the extra struggles that accompany a family of 8. Especially, with a group of quints in the mix. The Busbys family filming. Over 8 years, the Busbys allowed the world to see the ins and outs of their daily life with the challenges of raising quints and an older daughter. The series follows Adam and Danielle Busby raising their 6 daughters, Ava Busby, Hazel Busby, Olivia Busby, Parker Busby, Riley Busby, and their older daughter, Blake Busby. When the Busbys found out they were expecting not 1, but 5 little miracles, their world turned upside down. But they opened up their home and allowed fans to become a part of the love, fun, and chaos that comes from a bundle of babies. It isn't surprising that when they called it quits after 8 seasons, fans were heartbroken to see them go. Returning to screens. Unmistakably, the announcement of the Busby family returning made fans ecstatic. They debated about their comeback, but ultimately the kids were involved in the decision to film again. Surprisingly, they missed the cameras. I think because they started to understand that to see themselves on TV, you have to film. So they started to realize that, well, if we're not filming things, what are we going to watch? It was a unanimous decision to bring the cameras back. But they have received some criticism along the way. Often, the couple distances themselves from seeing hateful comments. Adam Busby gave insight: you have to figure out if it's somebody that's just unhappy and being a hater. If so, then just block and delete. We want to separate ourselves from anyone that's trying to rob us of joy in life. Admittedly, Adam said, but if it's something that is a legit accusation, then I'll step up and respond and defend ourselves. Say why we made that decision or whatever. Just explain our point of view with it. If they still want to just like be a hater or just like accuse you of something that's untrue, then get it out of there. Bundles of joy, laundry, and groceries. Fans have seen life on the daily, but let's get real, how do you keep up with all the essential household duties? DailyMail.com's interview highlighted, I think we still feel overwhelmed all the time, Danielle laughed. We look around and it's like, okay, this is it. This is for real, we have 6 kids. Admittedly, Danielle Busby continued saying, life can still be overwhelming, but I think we just have to go with what we have at the moment. You can only do so much and we are outnumbered. We're outdaughtered. But the cost is crazy to raise a big family. We're spending anywhere from $800 to $1,000 a week just on the grocery shopping to everything that's got to be done for sports and their lunches. I mean, it's expensive. The couple was very relatable with the laughter when they were asked about laundry day. Adam jokingly responded that they have never-ending household chores. Danielle sarcastically added, laundry day in our house, it's every day. It's 10 minutes to the hour, every hour. Naturally, the huge quantity of money and laundry loads are reasonable for the number of people in their family, but that alone makes people think. What do you think about the Busby return? What do you think OutDaughtered should highlight in their show? Give us some feedback in the comments. And be sure to come back for more OutDaughtered news updates. Hey, you okay? He asked, his voice gentle yet filled with concern. Danielle sighed, running a hand through her hair. It's just, everything. Sometimes it feels like too much, you know? Adam nodded, understanding the enormity of their situation. Raising 6 daughters was a monumental task, and while they shared the load, there were days when it felt insurmountable. Let's take it one step at a time, he suggested. We've got each other, and we can figure it out. Danielle smiled weakly, appreciating his optimism. Adam always knew how to lift her spirits, even on the darkest days. The sound of tiny footsteps and giggles filled the house, signaling the beginning of another busy day. The quintuplets, Ava, Olivia, Hazel, Riley, and Parker, bounded into the kitchen, their energy palpable. Behind them, their older sister, Blake, tried to keep some semblance of order, though it was a losing battle. "Mommy, look! I drew a picture for you," Hazel exclaimed, holding up a crayon masterpiece. Danielle's heart melted at the sight. She kneeled down to Hazel's level and examined the drawing. "It's beautiful, Hazel. Thank you." The morning flew by in a blur of breakfast preparations, packing lunches, and getting the girls ready for school. Danielle felt like a juggler, balancing a dozen tasks at once, each one demanding her immediate attention. As she dropped the girls off at school, a rare moment of silence enveloped the car. She took a deep breath, savoring the brief respite before heading back home. There was laundry to fold, emails to answer, and a never-ending list of chores that demanded her time and energy. Back at the house, Danielle decided to tackle the laundry first. She found comfort in the rhythmic motion of folding clothes, a small semblance of control in an otherwise chaotic life. As she worked, her mind wandered, reflecting on the journey that had brought them here. The early days after the quintuplets were born had been a whirlwind of sleepless nights and constant worry. There were times when she doubted her ability to manage it all, but with Adam by her side, they had persevered. Their love for each other and their girls had been the guiding light through the toughest times. Yet, the weight of responsibility never truly lifted. It shifted and morphed, presenting new challenges at every turn. Danielle knew she wasn't alone in feeling overwhelmed. Many parents struggled with similar burdens. But their situation was unique, magnified by the public eye and the demands of their reality TV show. As she moved on to answering emails, Danielle's phone buzzed with a message from her best friend, Crystal. "Hey, just checking in. How's everything?" Danielle smiled, grateful for Crystal's unwavering support. She typed a quick response, sharing her feelings of overwhelm and the challenges of the day. Crystal's reply was swift and encouraging, a reminder that she wasn't alone in this journey. The afternoon crept up quickly, and soon it was time to pick the girls up from school. The ride home was filled with excited chatter about their day, each of the quintuplets vying for Danielle's attention. Blake, ever the helpful big sister, tried to mediate the chaos, but it was a losing battle. Back at home, the evening routine began. Dinner, homework, baths. It was a finely tuned machine, yet it required constant effort to keep it running smoothly. Danielle marveled at how much they had achieved together as a family, even on the most chaotic days. As the girls settled down for the night, Danielle and Adam finally had a moment to themselves. They sat on the couch, the weight of the day's exhaustion settling in. "Today was tough," Danielle admitted, leaning against Adam.